All right, man. We are live and back in full effect for another episode of APF Podcast, episode 126. It is I, the most phenomenal man that shot at the system, aka the coach. And it's your boy going for it. Hope you guys are enjoying your day, the rest of your day, and looking forward to start the weekend. Let's get into the topics. So, somebody tired of making money that I see.
Oh, yeah, Kyrie. Maybe no. Well,
Well,
maybe
I
he's
mean,
not.
you're the one. I mean, no, he ain't yawning. He ain't.
I
He's not
mean,
tired.
I
Yeah.
mean, I was yawning, man. You yawn. That's all you do.
So, as we know, Kyrie is selling his team. As you can see in the title, the man just refuses to get this vaccination. So, meaning that he can't be on these practices. He can't even play road games, can he? I don't know if he can.
No, he can't play road games at all in certain cities. I mean, most NBA cities he could, but except from they said Los Angeles, but I think those are only for home teams. But let's just say he can't play in Los Angeles, can't play in San Francisco, can't play in Toronto. So he would only play
Oh yeah,
around 30
he
something games.
definitely can't play Toronto. Their vaccine mandates are crazy.
Yeah, so he can't play there. And also those teams. So it makes sense why they made that big decision they made.
So going off of that, and my thing is, I understand where we all know Kyrie, right? We all know Kyrie is that he is a very theoristic. I don't even know. I'm just making up the word. It kind of sounds like it makes sense. He's a guy who's like into these theories and into these what if these things could happen. He's a very imaginative person. So for some reason he decides to say I'm not going to take the vaccine as he should, as he can. He's not forced to. It's something that is something that got created in a quick quickly and timely fashion. It only took a year for it to be fully um fully approved, and he believes that it will do things to you that aren't even documented. Like he has no literal proof. This is just off of hearsay. So
Yeah,
I guess the only reason why he's doing this is because he just thinks that it's going to change people, and people are losing their jobs because they don't want to take this vaccination. But you have to understand that the companies that you work for, they don't want to be held responsible because you don't have the vaccination, and then you something happens to you on their property. Which means he's going to be losing out on 16 million this year. The Nets are offering him an extension. He's going to lose out on 186 million. So he's going to lose out on a total of 202 million over the next 4 or 5 years if he got offered that extension and if he played and all the games he played this upcoming season. So at this point, I think he should just be. I think either he gets over himself, takes the vaccine, or he leaves the NBA because you're not. I don't know what he thinks what he thinks he's doing by this stance, by this holdout, not taking the vaccine. Is doesn't it leave your body? Yeah, I know you told I know you said this before, not on air, but you said that the vaccine leaves your body after a couple weeks. Is that true?
yeah. Facts. That's how vaccines work. The vaccines you keep it in a couple weeks. Your body kills that virus, so that if you get sick from the flu or COVID, your body has already dealt with fighting a much less aggressive version, but it also keeps you from getting super sick. So when you hear people like Andrew Wiggins talk about, I got worried about 10 years, it just doesn't make sense. If you do any research, any lookup, watch videos, from peer-reviewed studies that are based on, it tells you that vaccines last a couple weeks and then they're never there. Come on, man. There's a reason why you get the flu shot every year. It doesn't last 10 years, and COVID ain't gonna do the same thing. Every year, if you're somebody who wants to, you people get the vaccine, which tells us the flu vaccine doesn't even last a year. It probably doesn't even last months. It probably just lasts weeks. So this COVID vaccine has only lasted probably a couple weeks, and it's over. If you get COVID, it just means your body will have a way to fight it. Now, some people say get natural immunity, and that's true. But the natural immunity lasts
Only takes you so
less.
far.
Yeah, it only takes you so far, and it doesn't last as long as the vaccine one. But either way, it doesn't matter. But as we were talking about with Kyrie Irving, um, for him, he said, "I'm not retired." Okay, he's not retired, but he is retired. You know why? Because he's not playing basketball. His team has basically shifted him to the side. The two guys on that team that or who make all the decisions said we're fine with it. Most of the media don't care no more. Kyrie says I'm waiting. Waiting for what? It's all on you, bro. You're not
Listen,
gonna play basketball again for a long time. You want to know why? Because it looks like COVID ain't gone yet. We keep having these peaks and valleys of COVID cases going up, going down, all that. So I don't know how long it's going to be. Another probably couple months, maybe next year we get clear of it. But who knows? And he's going to miss a year. He's 30 years old with bad knees. He's had amount of injuries around his ankles and knees. So I don't know what he's thinking. He's ready to waste a year. And all I'm saying is if he wastes this year and they win a championship, he's gone. They're just gonna say we're gonna go with KD and James Harden and we're gonna ship you somewhere or find a way to get out from under that contract. Remember, if he doesn't play no games, they don't have to pay him no money. Because from the CBA, COVID-19 is not an injury. It is actually not an injury. Number one, it doesn't injure you, it just makes you sick. Number two, it doesn't stop you from playing. It doesn't stop you from doing anything, and it's not a basketball related injury, so it's
it's
not under.
it's like it's like when Anthony Davis before he left before he got traded forced to out New Orleans, he was healthy. He wasn't playing. So
Yeah,
what
they
the NBA
healthy
decided to do
scratched
was
him.
find the team a couple $100,000 for every game he doesn't play.
Yeah,
So
they
what
find him
happened?
not. They find the team, not him.
Yeah,
So,
they find the
like you
team.
said, yeah. So, like you said, they play him like 20 minutes, and that was it. Whatever. And but yeah, the NFL. I'm sorry, the NBA, PA, the Players Association, NBA, and the NBA league basically said, look, if you miss games because of COVID and vaccine stuff, you're not getting paid. So he's not going to get paid for an entire year. He can do all that, right? He says he's a voice for this voiceless. I don't even know what that means. He
I
barely
don't know what
talks.
that.
He talked yesterday for 24 minutes and rambled on about some nonsense. He says, I'm fighting this fight and, blah, blah, blah. You got freaking Candace Owens and all those stupid conservatives, fringe weirdos out there trying to be on your side or whatever. Anyways, those people are about as finicky and fake as anybody in this world with their belief system. It changes left to right, based on what is good and what is not for their base to love. But Kyrie Irving, it's voice for the voiceless, as he said. He says he's ready to join back his team. He's not retired. I mean, he will be because he is. I've said
You gotta
before,
take the shot, man. If you want to play, simple.
yeah, you're not retired. You know what retired people do? You know what retired NBA players are? They're not on the team. They're not playing games, and they're not getting paid. Not even he's not even Luau Deng. Luau Deng was kept getting
He's still
paid.
getting paid.
Yeah, I think they yeah, I think they finished paying his money already. I
Yeah,
think,
I think they finished paying his.
but yeah, he's done, man. And do I think he's laying down his team? That's up to you. Do I think he is? In a way, he is. Sacrifices are necessary to win championships. And if you're really all in on the NBA, on winning championship with KD and all this, then you have gotten the vaccine. We've heard many people, LeBron, ADs, Stephen A, Kendrick Perkins, all these other NBA guys and personalities talk about their hesitancy being black. I can never deny that black people just have a hesitancy with the healthcare system in general. I'm sorry, go look at all the facts and stories. It's a real thing, and so they went through and read information. People, I, I need to do research. Let me take my time, bro. There's been enough research. Just say you don't want it. I just read right now. Carthy Towns said he's fine with Kyrie Irving not taking the vaccine. It's your choice, but don't give no bullshit excuses. And I'm there too. I want no BS about why you're not taking the vaccine. Just say you don't want to take the vaccine. You don't feel like you need it, and you believe in natural immunity. That's fine. But don't come here and say for this reason or whatever.
My
No,
man said don't take the jab. Oh,
don't. Yeah, who,
no,
Kyrie?
no. If you see in the comment section, my man said
Oh, don't take the
what
jab.
yeah what do you mean by you took the jab? You
You
gotta
either
explain
no,
that.
you don't have to take the jab,
No,
but
I'm talking to the guy in the chat. What do you mean? Like what do you mean? What do you mean by when he said? What do you mean while he said? Because I don't know what jab that you took supposedly. I don't know.
I mean he's obviously talking about the COVID vaccine. He says he don't take the jab, which
Yeah,
means
yeah,
he
that's what I'm saying.
obviously
That's
does.
why I want him to explain that.
Maybe
Like don't come in don't comment and then not explain yourself, man. You know,
we'll see as most comments go. But
I mean, yeah, the vax. Well, I mean, it's like what you said. He want to take it, go ahead. If you
I
want to take it, go
mean,
ahead. But when it comes time to it, do not sit there and cry and moan and complain about it.
all I'm
I'm just,
saying
I'm the same way too.
is you don't have to take the vaccine, but expect consequences. Life brings you consequences, and you must be willing to accept those consequences. And if you are willing to accept them, that is fine.
He did get released. I knew that.
Hmm?
He's talking about a Hawks player they got released for blood. Brandon Goodwin, yeah, him. He got
For
blood
not taking the
clots.
vaccine.
No, he got blood clots and he got released.
Ooh. From what, the
So
vaccine?
no, Brandon
Oh,
Goodwin, he had blood clots.
oh
He
yeah.
plays for the Hawks, and
Oh wow.
he got released because he had blood clots. The same
Ooh.
injury that took Chris Bosh out.
Yeah. I think Karen has some medical emergency with his blood with the tumor last year, but luckily it got they kept him on the team and he got
The
better. They
Vex gave it to him.
went through all that,
Well,
but
well,
oh yeah, I mean, look,
well,
as long as you understand
the
consequences.
vaccine, like I said, the vaccine ain't 100% like 100% valid. You know, it only came out within a year.
Look, I
They literally
understand
rushed it.
people. Yeah, I understand people. Be hesitant. It came very quickly. It's the fastest vaccine ever made. So it is what it is. But look, most places are putting the vaccine. If you work in the healthcare industry, you better have the vaccine, and they're not going to hire you. And it's in their right. People out here I see people putting TikToks about it, like and videotaping their employers crying or saying or thinking like they're going to get some pity party. Like, I mean, yeah, because most people I believe are just idiots and just don't understand that uh, as much as it's your right to not take the vaccine, it's also the right of that business to do everything they can to protect themselves. Why do you think the NBA put in the vaccine? Because the NBA is a business, and the vaccine keeps who? The labor from working well, the labor healthy. If somebody get COVID, they won't be out as long, and also won't have as much horrible uh, symptoms. Not everybody is, a Joe Rogan. Remember Joe Rogan was taking like ivermectin or whatever Trump was taking to treat himself and all that stuff. Like, not everybody has the ability to treat themselves with FDA approved medication that everybody can't get. So, Joe Rogan can do that stuff, and Joe Rogan's an anti-vaccination He actually was going to get it, but he missed it, so that's fine. But again, with Kyrie, it's just look. You have if you don't take that vaccine, you're gonna have consequences. The consequences are you're not gonna play.
And that, yeah,
So
imagine
you know,
10 years ago they said you would take a vaccine that was developed under a year. If you don't take it, you're bad. Yeah,
I mean, look,
that's a yeah. I do see. I mean that's happening right now. So
you know,
we're kind of we kind of like backtracked into the future a little bit. You know, the vaccine came out within a year, and people like Kyrie are getting shit for it. But at the end of the day, he can do what he wants to do.
I
But
just don't want to hear people say my rights are being infringed. Your rights not being infringed. It,
it's an
there's
option.
been there's literally been. Do people not understand that there are mandates everywhere? Like, what are you talking about? You literally have a mandate, people, at your workplace. You gotta wear this if you're playing, or school. You gotta, wear this dress or whatever. The NBA had a dress code policy. It's a mandate. A lot of things are mandates. Rules are mandates in a way. They tell you exactly what you can and cannot do. And if you do them, you have consequences. Same thing with the vaccine mandate. Vaccine mandate is the same thing. If you don't want to take all those shots to go to school when you're a child or young child, that's fine. You don't have to take them, but you're not coming to the school because we don't want kids getting chicken pox or all the different vaccines that make you take when you're in your young before what like you're 15. You take a bunch of hepatitis and chicken pox and polio or whatever. You take all those vaccines. If you don't take them, you can't go to school, can you? Isn't that vaccine mandate? Isn't that mandate by schools? Nobody complains. You say, okay, just
So,
train them at home. That's just me. So it is what it is.
so with that being said, you can go ahead and take out your list for the top 10 teams this week.
Of
The
course.
second
Now, as
second
I have
edition.
said before, yes, I have said before, and I'll say it again every week. This my power rankings are based off of looking at other power rankings and reading what those people think of the teams, and also what I watch during this season. And so, obviously, number one is the Buffalo Bills because the Buffalo Bills did beat the Kansas City Chiefs, dominate them. They've had very impressive wins. Their defense is truly legit because, as we all know, KFC. I'm sorry, I said KFC.
You
Kansas
probably say
City
KFC.
Kansas City is the basically them, Baltimore, and Bills. They're about the same. Are the cream of offensive talent in the NFL. And if you're able to hold that team to 20 points, you've got a real defense. And so the Bills are, to me, they're easily the most complete team. They just are offensively and defensively most complete. They're my number one team. And I believe they're playing the Titans on Monday night. So that's going to be an important game to watch. Number two is the Cardinals because the Cardinals had a very impressive win, in my opinion, against 49ers. I always say this Super Bowl teams, playoff teams win close games that they're not supposed to win or they play well, don't play well in. And so they did that. Kyler Murray's been very good all year, 75% completion percentage, top five in passing, running the ball well, throwing touchdown after touchdown, big numbers. And they've got a very big game coming up against Cleveland, which is, why I put them up there in number two. Best team in the
That
NFC.
that
They
that
did
sound
beat.
that sounded weird to say big game against Cleveland, but
Yeah, yeah, it's usually weird, but Cleveland's been good for about 2 years now, 3 years really. So, it's a big game, and they are the best team in the NFC because they did beat the Rams, and the Rams beat the Bucks. So they are the best team in the league. And I'm sorry, the best team in the NFC. So that's why they're number two. Now, in my number three team, I put it between the Packers, the Rams, and the Ravens. I'm going to give it to the Ravens because, number one, the Packers, I mean, weren't they just as bad as the Ravens in terms of how they played against the Bengals last week? Yeah, I mean, they probably should have lost that game, just like the Ravens may have lost that game. But I'm going to put the Ravens there at third because Lamar Jackson has showcased his ability to come back. Even though I believe he's been able to come back from games all the time, you do have to show people that you can come back, you know, big time deficit, have to throw the ball, and also no play action. If you look at his fourth quarter, he threw the ball 12, I believe it was 12 times, no play action. So it was straight drop back, and he operated like Tom Brady in his prime and even now. And they won that game. And those games are important, people. Every year, these top two, three teams in the league win games that they're supposed to lose. And that was a game they're supposed to lose. They were down by 19. Lamar came and pushed it through. The defense is bad, but I will say this about their defense. Their defense is very, very, big splash. And what do I mean by big splash? You make big plays when it's necessary. They were down by 7 points against the Colts early in the first quarter. The Colts got down to the red zone again, and the defense strip sacked him. Third down, they sacked him. When they needed plays made, the defense came up. Their special teams is some of the best in the league. They had a big block field goal that allowed Lamar to score another touchdown to tie the game, and then they forced the guy to miss another field goal. So for me, the number one, I'm going to put them number three behind the Cardinals because they're the second best team in the AFC behind the Bills. Okay, they both beat the Chiefs, and they both have been pretty impressive during the season. So I put them number three. Number four is the Chargers. I'm going to jump them over the Packers and the Rams. They're going to make a big jump for me. I think they're like 6th or 7th in my list. So they're going to make a big jump. They're going to be number 4.
Oh, yeah. They was down. Last week, they was down there. I remember that.
Yeah, they're about 7th or 8th. So they're going to be number 4. And the reason why they're number 4 is look at the game they just had against Cleveland Browns. That was a big game. And to show Justin Herbert's fourth quarter magic. I mean, this guy scored 26 points in the fourth quarter, essentially scored every time. And unlike Baker Mayfield, his coach actually believes in him because Baker Mayfield's coach doesn't believe in him. Can you tell me why the coach ran a 3rd and 8 play draw when you need 8 yards to get a first down? You believed in your defense who was unable to stop him all fourth quarter? I mean, that's just horrible coaching, but I digress. The Chargers have been very impressive. Justin Herbert has been really good. He's completely showed why Tua has been a horrible draft pick for the Miami Dolphins, and they should have probably picked this guy, and they would be 4-1, 5-0 maybe. They would be the team challenging the Bills for the best team in that division. But they suck, and I think they're like 1-3 or 4 or something. They just trash. So the Chargers are my number 4 team. They've been very good. And look, I'm just saying, we've got some big games, people. That my number 3, number 4 team play this weekend. So it's going to be big time, and they may drop or may not drop too much. Because even if you lose games in my power rankings, they don't drop like all the way down out of the top 10. That just doesn't exist. I mean, my power ranking is not based on records, so I would say. You know what?
Because if it was based on records, then that would be a whole totally different ranking list.
Yeah. So as we are gone through, Bills are 1, Cardinals are 2, Ravens 3, Chargers 4, and number 5 is the Cowboys. Cowboys, and very very surprising. They played well against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They won 4 straight games. The defense has been very very good. Now, they haven't been good in, yardage, defensive yardage, all that, points scored, everything. But they've been getting takeaways, and number one in takeaways. As we know, if you win the turnover battle, you have an incredibly, really good chance of winning football games. And that's what they've been going off of. And sometimes that's what you need. Dak Prescott, I said it before, and I will say it again. I knew he was going to play well this year. He was playing well before he got hurt. And he got paid that money. Just showed you that even though it took them a while, the Cowboys understood we need Dak, and Dak has showed up. He's been throwing the ball less over the last couple of weeks as the running game has gotten better. Ezekiel Elliott has had 2 straight 100-yard games, almost 3 straight. So the offensive line is really moving, the defensive line moving the line of scrimmage, and it's allowed Dak to operate even more efficiently than he already was. And I think if a game does become a shootout, the Cowboys can handle it because they've got great, great talent and weapons for Dak to throw to. So they're my number 5 team. And so number 6 is the Packers. Now, I dropped the Packers about 2 or 3 spots because the Bengals. They almost lost the Bengals.
Watch that game. Five straight, field goals missed. They literally should have lost. I hear people talk about the Ravens should have lost. At least the Ravens forced a block. This team literally won basically because the other kicker couldn't kick. And remember, there's gonna be a meme made of that Bengals kicker, man. When he kicked the ball and hit the little strips, he was like, "Oh, I made it." I'm telling you, there's gonna be a meme. Somebody's gonna make him. There's gonna be some memes with that fucking face of his. When the ball hit and he's celebrating. Don't be surprised. The Packers. They're basically Devontae Adams, and that's a little bit of a. If a team could actually learn how to, double team him, then we'll see really how good the Packers are. But they haven't played a team who's been willing to do that. So they basically throw Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, and it wasn't good last game. So I have to drop them. And like I said in my power rankings, you may not drop out of the top 10 if you lose, but even if you win, if you don't win very good, hey, you may drop. So they are my number 16. So yeah, number seven is the Buccaneers. Ugh. Yeah, well, because I'm talking. Talk to you, then go back. All right, let's go back. All right. All right. Now I'm back after that very unfortunate thing that happened. Jeez, where was I? Oh yes, number 7. Who's number 7? The Buccaneers. Yeah, they're the number 7. That's Tom Brady can score more than 28 points. I mean, he scored 20 points pretty quickly, and then basically got stopped. That's really bad. Their defense is still sorry. I don't care what they did against the Eagles. The Eagles suck anyways. So they were able to score 22 points. Eventually, they were able to start moving the ball, start running the ball. They got another injury. Richard Sherman got hurt again, so they've got even less defensive depth at the quarterback position than they already do. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't a very impressive win in the end. They only won by 6. And if the Eagles could keep their cool and not get a taunting call, maybe they get the ball back and can score again. Who knows? They just moved the ball down the field anyway, so we will see. So yeah, they're number 7. Okay, and my number 8 team is the Browns. The Browns are my number 8. They're probably around the same place they were last week. I think they had them around this same place. Their defense sucks ass. It just does. I mean, they allow 47 points. They allow that dude to score 26 points at the end of the game. Who does that? Not even bad defenses should let you do that, and they did. Now they were facing Justin Herbert. He was a very good quarterback, but they got no pressure at all, and their back end still sucks. Which is why I've said they're not going to win the division in the freaking AFC North, because I believe in the Ravens' defense far more than their defense. And, because Baker is still somewhat of a lesser quarterback that can't hit Odell Beckham Jr. If Odell Beckham Jr. was running scot-free down the sideline, still couldn't hit him. I mean, geez, man. What is it? That should be a topic people should talk about for a week. Why can't Odell Beckham Jr. get any passes with Baker Mayfield? I mean, he's your best wide receiver, and you never target him. He gets 3 targets in this big game. 3 targets? You don't throw no goal balls. You don't throw him any deep passes.
That's honestly disrespectful.
Yeah, he's your best player, your best guy, and you throw nothing. He gets no
passes at all. 3 passes. Like I said, he needs to get out of there. He can go to the Ravens. He can go to the Chiefs. Maybe, the Saints. Somewhere where he's going to get the actual ball and a better quarterback. This week, there's no Chubb. They may lose this week. We'll see. I don't believe in Baker. That's why they're kind of low on my list. He's easily the 6th best quarterback in the AFC. And their defense is horrible. The offense line is okay, and Baker's not playing well. So we will see. And they're playing my number two team. They're playing the Cardinals. So if you're giving 47 points up to Justin Herbert, you're about to give the same amount of points up to them too. And their defense can actually stop you. They're very good at the run. So we'll see, man. So they're my number 8 team. My number 9 team, I will say this, I will keep the Chiefs in my top 10. They're number 9 now. They got fucking blown up last game. Mahomes had 3 turnovers, 2 picks, a fumble. So that doesn't play well. Their defense is still sorry. They've given up 30 points almost every game, except to the Browns, who probably should have scored 30 points. So they have the worst run defense, I think they're bottom 3 in points allowed as well. So they basically just give points up, like a bad. What would I say? Well, I would say it's like having a leak in your faucet that just keeps dripping water out, or every time you use it, just the water keeps coming out. That's what they are. They're just leaky, very leaky, and Patrick Mahomes, if he doesn't play perfect, man, they lose. He couldn't play perfect against the Ravens. He couldn't play perfect against the Chargers, and especially Chargers and Bills with all the turnovers they had. They're tied for the league lead in turnovers with 11. They're not really there, and so they're my drop. They are playing the Washington football team this week. Who, let's not forget the big story that also happened through their email stuff. I don't know if we'll talk about that. But
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. So we'll probably talk a little bit about that. But the Chiefs will be my number 19, and then number 10. I had a couple guys here. I had the Titans, I had the Saints, the Bears, the Panthers. But I will say my number 10 team will be the New Orleans Saints. They got good defense, and they're really my number 10 team just in the way of I'm very impressed with how James Winston has played this season. I did expect to have a lot more down the field passing. It just looks like they have a black guy doing Drew Brees' job. So I don't know what that's about. They should really push the ball down the field, but they never. James Wilson's like a taller, blacker version of Drew Brees. Just throw short 10-yard passes and throw it to Alvin Kamara, and hopefully that works enough. So they're my number 10 team because I like to give them credit for winning the last game against Washington. Washington's still a good team. So in that full effect, my top 10 is the Bills, the Cardinals, the Ravens, the Chargers, the Buccaneers. No. Yeah, wait. The Buccaneers. And number 6 is the Packers. Number 7 is number 5 is the Cowboys, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cowboys. Number 6 is the Packers. Number 7 is the Buccaneers. Number 8 is the Browns. Number 9 is the Chiefs. Number 10 is the Saints. That's my top 10. My top 10 is fluid, as Stephen A. Smith likes to say on his stupid A-list. Fluid. And, we'll see. We'll see about this week's games and who changes.
So what is this email situation?
Well, as you know, John Gruden resigned as the LA Raiders football coach due to some emails that came from an investigation into workplace. You can't say, I will say, actual harassment claims of work in the workplace for the Washington football team, because that word's flagged on YouTube. Any kind of word like that. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. It's weird. I don't know why, but these things are flagged. So,
but I can say nigga all day. Okay.
Yeah, you can. It's weird. it never. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know why. So there was about 650,000 emails that were taken by the investigators with the NFL, and for some odd reason, remember people, this investigation has been going on for at least 2 years, and just out of the blue, somebody hits John Gruden with that cheese, hit him with that Robert Goodell is the agate, you know, 'cause
Or
you
I
can't
just
say
said
that
like
word,
the F word because
the F word.
yeah,
But you have to make sure it's the F word with agate at the end.
yeah,
You gotta make sure.
like the F word that offends the LGBTQ community.
LGBTQ. He said Demir Smith is Dumbora Smith. DeMaurice Smith, I'm sorry, get his name right. He's the executive director of the NFLPA. He says Dumbora Smith, and he has big Michelin lips, making fun of his big lips. I laughed, but I would say, why would you ever put that in an email? Never do that. He said that female referees shouldn't be there. Okay. Um, what? Yeah, he attacked LGBTQ. He basically went after everybody. Um, he called other NFL owners some crazy stuff. You can actually look this up and find it on Twitter, even in articles they've done. And so they fire him or he resigns because him and the owner Mark Davis have a really good relationship. And a couple days ago, David Carr, I thought, put up an interesting question, which is why don't they release all those emails? How about you release the emails of almost all these different teams, all these different teams?
They never because they want to make it seem like he's the bad guy. And no one else did anything.
Yeah. They just released another guy's emails today, and basically, so he's about to get it too. But yeah, he attacked Michael Sam, who was the gay player who got drafted, and he talked about player protesting, which is that he said Eric Reed should have been fired for kneeling to the flag. Really should have not been fired. You cannot like it, but shouldn't be fired.
For kneeling to the flag.
Yeah. Yeah, he called Goodell an F word agate. He called him a clueless and anti-football pussy. Yeah, yeah, that's what he said. So that's what he called him. Actually got me. I just thought about that now. He called Biden a nervous, clueless pussy.
Wow.
Yeah, he called him that too. These are over 7 years of worth of emails, man.
This dude has a sailor's mouth on him. Oh my god,
he really does.
Yeah.
So 650,000 emails. They looked at those emails the last few months. This is crazy.
This is why I delete my shit for a reason.
Yeah.
This is why I do it. This is why I delete my emails for a reason, man.
Things online, bro. Don't put anything like controversial online. It comes to bite you, bro. Look what happened. You don't I have my own thoughts. And unless I'm doing it, I know the way these thoughts are going to be recorded is on a podcast. It ain't going to be on no Twitter. I'm very lucky that I didn't be tweeting when I was 15 saying some crazy stuff. And we've literally seen people get canceled for 15 when they were 15 years old and they said some stuff and people don't like you. They come and get you when you're 25 to ruin your life. They did it to a girl who was going to be the head of a magazine. They came after her for comments she made when she was a teenager. No, do not put your things in tweets or emails. And for sure don't put in no emails, man. Them things never go away. Never go away. You should delete all your emails. You see, a lot of people are deleting their emails right now. I'm telling you right now, they're deleting those emails in the NFL.
As we speak, people are deleting their emails, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy though.
He was
just man.
Everybody neck, disrespecting the fuck out of everybody. Damn.
So there's one more thing. Alan Gruden appeared to have few boundaries in expressing homophobic and truthful language. And one email from 2015 that includes others, Gruden crudely asked Allen to tell Brian Glazer to perform oral sex on him. And Alan said Glazer would take you up on that offer. So I don't know what that meant, but that's crazy. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess he's saying he's gay. I mean, I have no idea.
I'm pretty. I guess he wants some head from a dude. He wants to try something new. I don't know. I guess.
That's
I guess.
what. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I would say this. This is a tip of the iceberg. There are 650,000 emails here. We know that there's going to be a lot more heads are going to roll. A lot of more heads, man. A lot of people send some real weird shit to a bunch
First
of
off, before you finish that, I cannot be asked to look through 650,000 emails. I just cannot.
Anyway, well, if I get paid handsomely for that, I will more than happily do it. That's their job anyway.
That's
but I do.
That's the only
there's
thing.
No way. There's no way that everybody is doing that shit though. They got to have people doing like a certain thousands of emails. You know.
Like you can't be serious if you think they're going to look through 650,000 emails for certain incriminating information. Like that's like if you do that, then that means you want to put this man away or something. You want to make sure that you get exposed. And first off, how do you even let this happen? How do you even let your emails get leaked out like that? Don't even know how that ever happens unless you get hacked. But when
they first revealed it, I was like, how did he get his emails?
That's what I'm saying. How did this even happen?
And then we found out that those emails are from an investigation of a place he's never worked at, because his foolish self sent those emails to Bruce Allen, who at the time was a executive, executive football operations at the Washington football team. They sent to his work email, so that's what he had. If he would have sent these to his freaking from his personal email of John Gruden's personal to Bruce Allen's personal, this would have never happened. He could have kept saying all the crazy things he was saying and never got caught. That's why you never send things to people's work emails, because you never know. Nah, man, I'm not talking to you in your work email. You see what happens? He sent him to his work email, and out of nowhere, they hit Washington football team with an investigation, and he loses his job. Nobody else has lost their job. Okay, Daniel Stein didn't lose no team. Bruce Allen just left. Other coaches just left. None of them got disgraced. None of them got destroyed by the media. Only John Gruden. And I will say this. It does suck that only John Gruden got destroyed. Now, I know some other guy got revealed emails, and if I can quickly look up what happened, look up if whatever else happened. Let me see if there is something there. But if there's Jeff Pash, Jeff Pash is another guy whose emails got revealed. If I can just look at what they were about, and we can talk about that. Okay, so he was the top lawyer for the NFL. This man Jeff Pash. So
it sounds like I've heard that name before.
Yeah. It sounds like it, yeah. So the report, I'm on Yahoo Sports, and it says the top lawyer, NFL's top lawyer, he broke and traded diversity jokes and emails with the ex-Washington football team president Bruce Allen. This is Bruce Allen got a lot of things. Now these emails are between 2009 and 18. These are obviously during a time. This was a time when there were a lot of scandals, and this was prior to league investigation to workplace misconduct in Washington. So these were during the time of Washington when they had all those crazy, scandals of having naked cheerleaders and all that crazy shit. So yeah, this guy got it. He said some crazy shit too. If I can read here, they share jokes about diversity efforts.
Here we go, man.
They traded jokes about the diversity efforts of the NFL and the effort to attract Latino fans. So yeah, he said, "I'm not sure this song will be as popular after the wall gets built." So this is obviously about the Trump wall. So they were trying to, this is during the time when the Trump wall was being built, and they're trying to get Latino fans there and all that stuff.
Damn, that's fucked up.
So he also aligned with Allen's fight against changing the team's nickname. That was a considered racial slur for Native Americans, and all that. Allen complained to Posh about the NFL's hiring of Jocelyn Moore as the league's chief lobbyist on Capitol Hill. She's black and a Democrat. He said, "Curious, is there a rule against hiring libertarians, independents, or even a Republican?" Posh found a note, but it can sometimes look that way. Allen replied, "We have the Rooney Rule, so I'm going to propose a Lincoln Rule at the next meeting." Which is a joke on the Rooney Rule, which requires teams to consider minority candidates for coaching and executive hires, which they never do. As you know, they always hire white people. Eric Bieniemy is an awesome office coordinator.
Yeah.
Literally has no shot of getting a job. I mean, Nick Sirianni got a fucking job. Like, why does he get? He got a job. Like, what the fuck? I mean, it's fucking sick. Allen shared the topless photo of Washington cheerleaders in a previous email leak.
How the fuck did you get, bro?
Now I didn't know he sent this email to John Gruden or had the picture. Maybe.
No wonder.
Let me see. Well, my computer just froze a little bit. So, oh wow, okay. So then, if Executive Vice President of Communications Jeff Miller defended Pash in a statement to Times, he says communication between league office employees and club executives occurs on a daily basis. Jeff Pash is a respected high-character NFL executive. Any effort to portray these emails as inappropriate is either misleading or patently false. I mean, okay, they're totally not, inappropriate. But okay, you guys went fucking after John Gruden, but this guy, yeah,
who got a photo of a topless cheerleaders sent it to him. Doesn't get nothing. Okay, nice one. Next.
I mean, come on, bro. This is stupid. What is this? When Allen expressed concern to Pash over a penalty for Washington breaking the league's roster spending limit, Pash assured Allen that he was not blowing you off. He then referenced Allen's gift of Hooters VIP card. This is about that email. Still talking internally about this, Pash wrote, "I'm not making any promises as to an outcome. I can assure you that I'm not blowing you off. We may not see this the same way," he wrote in the follow-up email, "but that does not change my respect or affection for you. After all, nobody else has ever given me a Hooters VIP card because, he's a loser and he's old and he always needs to go to Hooters to see hot women." So, okay. Whatever. You can say that this is a respected guy. I don't think so. I think he's just like most rich people who are too cozy with the people they're supposed to be going up against. You're not supposed to be that fucking cozy with team executives, bro. Like, come on, man. These people have lawyers upon lawyers, bro. And damn, Bruce Allen was too fucking cozy with everybody. What do you do? Shit. Give these people fucking cock and them, give them fucking pussy, and you say, yeah, I love you, man. Give him a Hooters VIP card. He's like, "I'm not blowing you off."
He's like, "Oh my god, I'm in debt to you."
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much the most newest thing about these emails leaks. As we continue to go through the weeks and the months, we will continue to keep you updated on all the NFL's leaked emails because we all know there's going to be some smoke, and a lot of these dudes don't want the smoke. Just saying, a lot of them are deleting those emails.
It's gonna be that smoke. We're gonna be smoking that pack for them since they don't want it.
Yeah, they don't want it. I ain't interviewing them because I'll come after they fucking ass like a maniac. But that's it. That is it. So, and there was other emails talking about Obama administration, but who cares about those emails? So we're done with that story. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Anything important that's happened?
No.
Apart from the Deontay Wilder fight, I don't know if we talked about that, but that was a very good fight.
Yeah. Even though he slept, even though he put down Tyson Fury twice in the same round, and then after the fight, he's like, "No, I don't respect you." It's more of a he had to set in for him. The loss had to set in for him to actually
give him that respect that he deserved. Even though Ty Fury, he didn't really. It's kind of like he still respected the man and still didn't. He didn't like him, but he still respected him.
Jesus.
But he didn't show him that same energy back. So
damn, the Hooters out here gave people even less clothes. Shit. For new crotch string uniforms.
no, they gave him.
I mean, interesting though. I mean, they made them even shorter shorts. I mean, Hooters women already were like incredibly tight things. I mean, I've never been to Hooters. I've obviously seen Hooters, and they were very tight.
Bro, women on the street wore like these short ass booty jean shorts, man. That literally like don't even cover your cheeks. Like I seen one of my friends. This girl came to school with some shorts that literally barely covered her ass, man. You just see majority leg. Like,
oh man, all they do is make I mean, eventually there's gonna make them wear like thongs. I mean, that's eventually what's gonna happen. They have like coffee bartistas who basically wear thongs and bikinis. Like that's eventually gonna happen. The only reason it won't happen at Hooters is because kids still go to Hooters. I do know people bring their kids to Hooters, like, real kids. So they may not wear no thongs or anything, but I ain't gonna lie. One of these days, gotta go to Hooters. I mean, if they got soda, I'll go up in there, eat day food or whatever. I saw Mizkiff went to Hooters. I should go to Hooters too.
He went through there by himself.
He went there with his boys.
Oh yeah, see that's the thing. You gotta go there. You gotta go there with the crew, man.
They have skin tight bikini cut black bottoms. Okay. So Hooters said starting October 4th, all Hooters girls should wear the new shorts while working once they arrive to stores. The old shorts should not be worn. And a uniform policy update, Hooters also warned that waitresses and bartenders who feel uncomfortable about their tiny trunks mandate are welcome to put in their letters of resignation.
So they basically say like either you wear what we gave you or you just did.
So you're telling me these girls really got here. Anyways, Hooters knows what's up. Hooters knows what's up. They know what the boys want, bro. We want the booty cheeks showing because every girl who works at Hooters is good looking. I mean, they basically have to be. You can't be
no. You have to. You can't have no ugly girl working at Hooters. What the hell? I'm not coming over there to see no ugly bitch. You gotta have the new editions cover baddies in your lineup.
Yeah. We hope this change will create excitement with all of our current Hooters girls. I mean, maybe it does. I don't really think so. But, I mean, whew. Sheesh.
I mean, you do got girls out here taking bikini pics on the gram. And you got like almost 1,000 people liking that photo. Literally staring at your ass all day.
But people go to Hooters to see the hot girls anyways. So Hooters understands now you get to see them even more. You're still
go there for the girls and the food, man.
Yeah, look, man, you go there to see the women give you food and look good. So I ain't gonna lie. And also, unfortunately, this is what Hooters is, which is a wet man's dream. If you want to be around hot girls who will talk to you, I saw Miskiff talk to this girl for like 20 minutes. And she's getting her food. So guys like that shit, man. So it's all in all good. It's all in all good. And I just thought that was an interesting story to talk about, and I probably should look up videos of Hooters, and eventually we'll go to Hooters. Don't know when, but probably.
I would say go there with some people, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course you gotta go there with some people. You don't go there by yourself, You gotta go there with some boys. Ain't nobody you'd be lonely, but going there by yourself. Fucking not, but you're just on your phone. I would doing your phone and shit. But damn, I mean, some of them say I just don't think it's that bad because that's what Hooters is. Like nobody cares about your fucking food, bro. No, nobody cares. They just care about seeing the girls. So Hooters is like, we'll give you more of them. So it makes sense. As bad as that sounds.
It's
Somewhat.
reality.
But
It's reality.
it's reality, man. All right, that's it for me. So that's it. So I'm good.
So
With that being said, this has been another episode of the APF podcast, episode 126. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system, aka the coach, signing out.
And it's your boy going for it. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed the topics we discussed. If you did, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Um, you know, look down in the below description. Click that arrow down. Look in the description. We keep making podcasts. We're filming these podcasts, and always come up with good topics throughout the week, and even topics that I like to see, even leading up close to the podcast. Always have these things ready. And if you do, please leave a like, right? And subscribe, and have a good rest of your day and weekend.
And
See you
if
next
you
week.
know, you know what to do, and we out of here. Ah!
Later.